right, this is it. This is the T in pivot. My name is Monique Coles, and I've been sharing with you all the pivot method, if you might, and the acronym PIVOT. I am a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a school counselor, I'm also an author, and I love helping people. So, I love words. I love acronyms. So, I took the acronym PIVOT and I've broken it down into 5 areas. The P, pausing, perceiving, stopping to look at what you might want to change. The I, identifying what that next direction for you might be, your next ideal direction. Does it have to do with some skills that you have that you want to expand? Does it have to do with something that is a passion of yours? Or is it a pivot because you know or you feel like you need some income change or a lifestyle pivot? Then we talked about the V. We talked about actually visualizing what that looks like, okay? Make that vision plain. Not a wish, but write it down. Make your own vision board. Mine is digital. So if that helps anybody. And then next we talked about the O, which is optimizing your skills, doing your due diligence and over preparing, doing the homework you need to do, knowing that when you're changing, that change might involve mentorship, or it might involve, taking classes or courses or things like that. So you want to prepare yourself. You don't want to go into a pivot or a change blindly. Today, we're going to talk about the T. So I'm a school counselor. I work 10 months out of the year, and in the summers I am off. So some people would say, oh, wow, that's great. You're off for the summers. Well, I'm an educator, and like most educators, number one, a lot don't feel like we're getting paid like we should be, but we don't get paid in the summer. So this summer, I decided to learn a new skill because I have some dreams and goals. I want to retire early because retirement is not an age, it's a number. Gave you that one for free. Now, I also want time freedom. I want to be able to travel more. These are the things that I want. I want less stress in my life. And so I am learning the skill of trading. And what I'm finding is that it gives me more energy from 5 to 9 at night than it does from my regular 8 to 5 during the day. So we're on the T, and the T is for taking action and making that transition with courage. So now we're going to take action. This is the moment when that pivot becomes real. So I'm sharing this because my pivot became real this past summer when I decided to start learning about day trading. And I'm continuing to learn, doing my due diligence, finding a community that I could learn with, finding a platform that I could learn with, not just YouTube University, because it's not really a thing, YouTube University. You can learn a lot from it, but I needed something that was a good fit for me. So same for you. You want to find something that's a good fit for you. Now, when this pivot happens, you want to turn, you want to shift, you want to move. So I'm having to do some things a little bit differently. Now that I'm back at work, it's not like the summertime where I could just study anytime I wanted. Now I have to do that in the evening times. And so also I had to find a community that I gelled with. And I found a phenomenal community that is helping me to learn the skills of trading. Now, you want to, for these action items, here's some action items for you. Apply the roles that fit into your new alignment. Begin the new business or side venture. Announce your pivot to your network. I'm announcing my pivot to my network. Okay, y'all are hearing this. And start creating results in your new area. All right? So the mindset is required to do this. You don't need permission to change. You don't need full confidence to start. I mean, I'm doing these videos. I mean, I'm not a professional. I'm stumbling a little bit, but I'm doing it. Hey. And next step, you don't need to be perfect with every detail. Your pivoting is going to help you gain clarity throughout your movement. So I'm just encouraging you all to look at this and think about that pivot. And if you've decided you're off the fence, you're ready to pivot into whatever it is, the next thing that you want to do. Here's a mantra for you. You can say to yourself, because our mindset, it can push us forward, or our mindset, it can keep us stuck, right? So say this out loud. I am not stuck. I am turning. My direction is shifting. My purpose is expanding. I pivot with courage. I pivot with clarity. And I am pivoting into my next level. So many of the steps that I've already shared with you all. If you're seeing this video for the first time, please go back to see the other videos. Do the homework. Find out, be honest with yourself if it's time for you to make that pivot and how much it means for you. Now, ask yourself a few questions. Do you dread going to work? Or do you dread what you're currently doing? Do you feel underpaid or undervalued? Do you feel stagnant, like you're not growing? Do you not recognize yourself anymore? Do you feel called to do something bigger than what you're doing now? Maybe your life goals have changed. You crave flexibility, freedom, and financial elevation. I know I crave time freedom. And you keep imagining yourself doing something else. If any of these things resonated, if at least 3 of these things resonated with you, it might be your season to pivot. So, pivot. I've gone over the acronym. We've talked about each one of those pieces. Moving forward, we're going to talk about a little bit more about the P, the pausing and perceiving, because I want to go through each step with you all so that hopefully, again, it can help you to decide what your pivot is going to look like. If you're looking to learn how to trade, I have to say this because I'm sharing my personal journey, then definitely let me know. And I can share the information that I have with you about what I'm doing, the community I'm with, the phenomenal tools that we have. AI is taking over, right? And that can be a good thing if you know about AI. So the community that I'm with, we have, just think about this, about ChatGPT and about Gemini. Well, think about a ChatGPT for trading. The community I found, we have a ChatGPT for trading. Now, the other thing is we are learning how to earn while we're learning, because we also have these scanners that pretty much show us the charts, and they help us with figuring out when is it a good time to buy, when is it a good time to sell. But again, as we're learning with education, we have videos that you can look at, recordings. We have live sessions where you can talk to and ask people questions. We have a community of people who want to see you win and learn. And like I said, and I've said before, my 8 to 5, I'm drained all day. But my 5 to 9, when I'm working on this trading and I'm working on my vision and I know it's possible because I'm going to retire early and have my time freedom, that gives me the energy. And if you want some of that same kind of energy, then just let me know, hit like, but then also just continue to follow our videos. And I'll be able to work with you on your pivot. See you next time. Thanks for joining.